Hi everyone, hope you're well. Hope you had a really good Tuesday and I hope you have a really good Wednesday, okay? Just want to say thank you to everyone for the continued support. And if you're not a member of the Patreon, do head over into the Patreon and get involved. There's a really good community in there and we're striving to answer every single one's questions, okay? Please don't send private messages. We're going to create like a little message board. So obviously it's open to public. So because we get a lot of repetitive questions in there, you see. So hopefully it answers a lot of your questions and the content that's going in there is providing value to yourselves as well. We are getting good feedback on the content, so that's good. So big thumbs up to everyone that's involved in the Patreon right now. Going to dive into XRP right now, okay? So as you can see, it is sort of struggling a bit. You know, you can't deny that it isn't struggling a bit. You know, the market's rolling a little bit. It's a bit indecisive, but you know what? It's not bad. It's not a bad thing because people forget that there's a long way to go in this particular bull run, okay? And like I said to you so many times, look at this over here. You got overextended your roll and it was like, no, I'm going to zero, bull run over. And it's just a continuation trend, okay? As long as if it does roll, okay, and you adhere into support, it's perfectly healthy. So don't get worried, don't panic or anything like that. You can see it's just a little bit lackluster at the minute. It's sort of, it's going up, legging across, and then coming down, legging across, and then going down and legging across, and that's what consolidation is, I'm afraid. It's up, down, chop, sideways action. And you know, hopefully, if we don't get that deeper C-wave pullback that we're anticipating, then potentially, like I've said to you so many times, you may start to see this 20 EMA start to creep up over time. And as soon as we get the kiss off that, the little kiss and cuddle that it needs off that, because that's what it's looking for, in my opinion, is that sort of test of support right there. It's holding up relatively well. As soon as it gets that, it'll be see you later, alligator, off to the races and continue with this bull run for XRP as well. I do think there's some news out today as well, so that could absolutely see it explode. And these are anomalies in the world, obviously. You know, we've not got a blinkers on. We're fully aware of the outside influences that the world can have, you know, these world events, because look at this is the corona dump going along relatively nicely, starting to get above the 55 on the weekly, looking like you about to start a bull market. Boom, see you later. You get the massive dump possible with corona, and that's where, you know, XRP fell from 34 cents down to 10 cents in a matter of days. So pure capitulation right there in the corona dump, and these are the outside anomalies that can happen in the space. So no one's got a crystal ball, but as long as everything's ticking along nicely, you can kind of read it a little bit, okay? So this particular pattern right here, you've got to admit, is starting to look a lot like this pattern over here to the left. You've got to admit that, because you've gone up, you've rolled down, you've made the A, then you've made the B, and then you've made the C, the deeper wave C. Do you see this? So for example here, you've gone up, got overextended, you've made the A, then you've made the B, which is a lower high, then you're starting to roll, which is the C wave that we are anticipating. It might come, might not, but I'm always going to tell you what I see. I'm never going to beat around the bush. Even when XRP was up here and looking like it was breaking out, I was still saying, you know, the C wave's still there. The transparency of it is that the C wave is still in play until you break this local high, and I've always said that to you, okay? The pattern that's in play is valid until validated away, okay? And there's a lot, just remember that, okay? When things create a pattern, you get throwbacks, which invalidates it, and obviously break the high invalidates it as well. So just remember that in your charting, okay? So it's charting 101. So right now, we did say that if XRP does roll, then these are the really key support areas. Well, this prophecy has actually been filled, but not on this exchange. I'm going to show you something right now, okay? This exchange is called Polynex. Now look at that, when we had that flash crash the other day, look at that dip, came all the way down to 0.38 cents, so 38 cents. The prophecy has been fulfilled. We could now crack on. But yeah, that was like, look at that, wow, on Polynex. There's some kind of scam wick going on there to liquidate longs or something. That's crazy, look at that, that's madness. So yeah, we did get that C wave. See you later, alligator, job done. It happened. So anyway, that's XRP, that's how bloody volatile the crypto market is right there. So I would imagine that a lot of people are pissed off about that, and they're going to be complaining about that particular dump right there on Polynex. That was unbelievable. But this is what can happen, you see. This is what can happen, these big flash crashes and dumps and stuff like that. So somewhere in the world, XRP met our target, basically. So it doesn't mean it's out of the woods yet, though, because obviously, you know, these things can take time. But with XRP, it is holding up relatively well for continuation. Obviously, you're fully aware that we're in a bull market, but obviously there are going to be suppression along the way. Dips are perfectly part of progression in my book. You know what I mean? You don't want to keep going up like this forever. Obviously, we do, because it'd be great. But when you do roll back, as long as you're adhering to key levels of support, and we had that retest down there of the golden ratio on the weekly, which I've shown you, we've had that retest. Boom, got that out of the way. Now we're starting to come back up. We're making a lower high, okay? We do need to break these highs to invalidate this deeper pullback, okay? And like I said to you, always been transparent. The only way you invalidate this particular ABC correction right here, we've told you since day dot, you got that correction on the cards. When you topped out here, we called it down to this 92 cents, put some bids in, then you've made a lower high, okay? Now you're starting to roll, and I've said to you, you're starting to roll as well in the charts. Like here, you're going up like this. And I see a lot of TA on XRP, and they're not telling you everything that they see. They're just saying it's going to the moon, and I can tell you that, okay? I do think it's going up there to price predictions. I do think we're going to see a $2.75, and I do think we're going to break the all-time high for XRP. I do, and I do think we're going to have that progression. But in a minute, it's just adhering to the psychology of the market, okay? Because the markets are driven by emotion. Now, today, if XRP gets that news come out about, the second it's positive, there's something about a first sort of sit down or something today. If some positive news comes out of that, then yeah, see you later, alligator. XRP will break these highs and it'll be off and start its little bull run. So these are the outside anomalies, okay? But if some bad news comes, wow, yeah, you're going to see that deep wave C pullback like there. So we always keep you up to date with everything that's going on in the channel. But right now, like I said to you yesterday, looking at the 4-hourly chart, yeah, so just looking at XRP on the 4-hourly time frame, then we have, unfortunately, we got above the 55 and the 20 EMA, because that's what I said to you. You want to see it get back above, okay? You can see it got back above, and then it's actually fell under it again. It's actually closed under the EMAs again. So it's come up, it's said on a level of resistance right there on the retracement, and it's hit its head basically and rolled. You do need to keep an eye on this, because if it does continue to now hit its head on the EMAs here, it's going to contribute to a bit of a downtrend right there for XRP, okay? Potentially bringing you down to retest this bottom here. Now there is a bit of a pattern here for XRP. It's not pretty, but I was looking at it the other day, and I think there's some kind of almost like a rising wedge going on here for XRP. Do you see this? Where it's got tighter and tighter and tighter sort of thing as it's come up. It's actually could be a bit of a rising wedge. It's some kind of rising channel anyway, okay? Rising, ascending, tightening channel, so to speak. You see that roughly? Something like that. And you can see that when it's gone up like that, it's got tighter and tighter and tighter. You've actually fell out of it. Now from that, you do have a breakdown target, okay? You do usually come back to where you come from. So you can see if XRP does continue to roll, you may see XRP come down to that sort of $1.04 right there, okay? Now there is also another pattern that's emerging as well, okay? If XRP does do something like this, okay, something like this, where it goes down, makes that high, starts to come back up like that and comes like that, that in itself is a reversal pattern. It's called, you've got patterns within patterns, okay? So you've basically started it like this. Can't see into the future, but let's, for example, say XRP does something like this, okay? That's actually a good reversal pattern right there, okay? That XRP potentially might form if it starts to do something like that. That's called a descending broadening channel. And usually when they break out, they come down to a particular point in which they break out this level of resistance. So come to your charts, draw this resistance line in, because if XRP starts to break this resistance, you will see XRP come back up to test where it came from, okay? Do you see that? So because it's broadening, if it continues to sort of come down, hits something there, comes back up, hits its head, comes back down, tests this level of support right there. This is where you may see XRP come back up and actually start the breakout back to where it come from, continuing the bull trend right there for XRP. Because at the minute you can't deny that it's not rolled over, okay? It's done something like this, and I did say this to you. That if you continue to do sort of this fashion, this is what you're going to do, okay? And I think I said it to you when XRP was round about there. You're starting to look like you're rolling over effectively. So yeah, I mean it is struggling. You can't deny that it is struggling at the moment to sort of make any headway, and you are sort of rolling. Do you see? So you're in some kind of you're adhering to some kind of resistance line at the moment. This is why you need to come to your charts, draw this resistance line in, because if you do start to see XRP do something like this and break this resistance, you may see it come back up to test this level at least, okay? And again, this is all chop. It's consolidation. This is boring chop. Like I said to you so many times, you're going up, yay, we're off to the moon, and then you reject, and then oh no, we're going to zero again. So do keep an eye on XRP. Right now, you can't deny you're under the EMAs, and when you're under the EMAs, as I've said to you so many times, if you continue to be under the EMAs, it contributes towards your downturn. Like if you're above them, contributes to the uptrend like that until you hit a level of resistance, and then you start to roll effectively. And it's the same, the downtrend, you hit something, a level of support, and then you start to reverse reverse basically. Now a reversal pattern here on the go might be if we come back down to this particular level here. If we do get a bounce there, creating a double bottom, do you see this? Like we did here, we've got this double bottom effectively before making a reversal. And you can see if we do get a reversal there, that will actually be quite positive because you're higher than this one. Do you see this when you've got the reversal? So you come down, made the double bottom, reverse the trend, starting to march back up. So if XRP does come down to here and you start to see it bounce again, if XRP does come down to here like this and starts to bounce here, matching this double bottom, then that could be the reversal. That could, you might not see XRP lower than that, okay, and it might not actually get down to that C wave that we are anticipating, and you might have had a shorter C wave basically. That can happen. So if you do start to see the double bottom, it's higher than this one, where you would see that reversal, smash that eye, and then obviously come up here and tackle that high that we've got on the cards as well for XRP, and obviously the all-time high. So do keep an eye on it. If it does start to like sort of sell off a bit more, then keep an eye on this particular level here. I will drop this in for you because you can see this is a key level of support right there, $1.21. Do anticipate that you would get a bounce there, okay? And if it does start to lose that, if it does come down, it's not a big if, by the way, but at the moment you are under pressure basically, and it is contributing towards a bit of a downturn unless you get a level of support coming. One thing I want to make you notice is that this particular breakout just here, this is always something that you do need to keep an eye on, okay, in your charts. Now look at the volume, okay? So for example, we bottomed out here, right? So we bottomed out here, okay? We basically look at the big selling volume here. This one, for example, where you started to roll here. Do you see this? You started to roll, and then you got the pickup. But with the pickup, look at the green candles, okay? Look at the volume. So it was confirming the breakout. It was confirming the support. There was volume there to confirm, yes, we're getting a pickup. Then obviously you've sold off a little bit more, but then look at the body of volume that come in. Look at the sheer size of the volume that come in for XRP to push it up like that, okay? See volume. This particular breakdown here, you've got the volume selling pressure, then you've got some shady ass green volume there. See the volume? It's not substantial, so effectively it's a fake out. Do you see that? There's lack of support. It's manipulation to try and pick it up basically, to get people to buy in, to match the volume, to start the march onwards, and people are not falling for it effectively. So it's a bit of manipulation to try and get people to buy in, for them to dump on you even more, because at the end of the day, XRP is in a downtrend. Do you see that? And it has a destination effectively. So what I'm trying to say to you, if you do start to see it pick up, and like pick up really well, you need to see the volume. Okay, you need to see the volume match the selling volume. See the selling volume come down here, the capitulation just there. You need to see the big green candle. Look here, when you got this recovery, you rolled over. Okay, look at the selling volume, but then immediately when you got bought up, look at the buying volume, the big body of volume that comes in. It's just confirming, yes, there's support there, the volume's there. Obviously, with this little pickup here, zilch volume. So do keep an eye on that. You want to see volume. It just means there's substance behind the move, okay? So right now, you can see it's effectively in a downtrend. You can't deny that. So what we need to see for XRP is the pickup. Get back above the EMAs, close above them, progress, get up, march onwards. And that's it basically. So right now, if XRP was to roll any more, I would anticipate putting a little short in. If you do start to see it capitulate a bit more and just roll in the market, then do anticipate from this position down here, you could be looking at another 17% correction down there, just to double bottom, just like you did here where you got this double bottom. Okay, there is a bit of a similar fractal going on here as well. I will always show you. Now this particular top here, so you see this top, rolled, do you see this? Rolled, and then this event here, see the candle that come down, it got bought back up, then you had a pickup, see this pickup here, right, picked up, no volume, see the volume? No volume. So there's no substance behind it, just like you got here, no volume. There's no sort of solidification of the move. Then it rolled again. Do you see that? So right here, you've got this top, rolls, big body of volume, sell off. Do you see that sell off? You got the big pickup candle, then you start to pick up, and now you're rolling again. So that's effectively what you got on the go here. It's a very similar situation to this sort of sell off that you've got going on for XRP, where you rolled like that, and then you had that big candle where you had the big dip just here, then you had the big pickup, then you start to come up, you hit your head on the 55 and the 20, then you rolled more, okay, and then you rolled again. Do you see that? So effectively you could be looking at that for XRP, where you do roll and roll again. So if you do start to lose 121, put some cheeky bids on the 1404, because this is the double bottom over here, okay? And that's basically it for XRP. It might not actually get down to the C wave, but we'll see what happens, okay? Because like I said to you, the C wave, you know, is usually the same length as the A wave. The A wave was 55%, and if the C wave now is begun from that top there, then that's where you would look at that sort of deep sea wave pullback down to that sort of 0.75. That's if it does come. No one's got a crystal ball. Okay, that's XRP. I hope you enjoyed that update. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay tuned. Obviously, there's a couple of trades I'll give you. If it does start to keep hitting its head, then look at obviously come for a little short down to retest this bottom. Of course, if it does get above and starts to back test and hold, and you're getting the candles fully closing and opening above the red line, which is a 55 on the 4 hour, do put a little long in. Okay, put a little long in that position, because I would imagine you get a bit of pickup for XRP to at least test that high. Okay, take care everybody, back tomorrow with another update. Bye bye.